Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nerd Central. And it's not just any episode, it's the season finale. Yes, you heard me right. This episode marks the end of this season of Nerd Central. But don't fret, with enough support, we'll return next year with bigger and better news. So let's start off this finale with a bang. You already know me as your lovely host. So let's dive right into the news for this final episode. To kick us off, we talk about a new trailer for a movie that's got everyone feeling out of this galaxy. That's right, we're talking about the new Super Mario Galaxy trailer. We got to see so many familiar faces and places within it that I don't even know where to begin. We saw Bowser Jr., Rosalina, Beach Bowl Galaxy, and from what we can tell, an inverted pyramid from the Sand Kingdom of Super Mario Odyssey. The movie has a solid release date of April of next year, so here's to hoping for an amazing release. Moving from the animation side of film to a more live-action side, we got our first teaser trailer for the Disney classic Moana. In the teaser, we saw many sweeping shots, got our first look at Maui and Moana, and so much more. The release date for this movie is also scheduled for next year on the 10th of July. Personally, I'm really excited for it because out of all the previous live-action movie adaptations, this one seems pretty promising. And finally for the news, we get to talk about some anime news. Yeah! But rejoice because it's not about One Piece this time, I promise. It's about another popular anime called Re:Zero. The show just recently got a new season confirmed along with a new trailer for it. We had a look at our main character, Subaru, and from what we can tell, the new season looks to be pretty entertaining. The new season is confirmed for release next year in April, so be sure to check it out if you're a fan of it, or if you just want to bug your friends to get them to watch it. And that is a wrap to the final news segment of this season. Let us know down below which news segment was your favorite. And for one final time, let's roll into the packs and start with Josh once again. Let's see what he's covering today.
Hey everyone, my name is Josh Oswald and welcome to Mole Movies, where every week I watch a movie that's somewhat underappreciated, underground, or straight up forgotten about. However, this is the final week of Mole Movies for 2025, so today instead of a review, I'm going to be ranking all the films I've talked about this year. Keep in mind most of these films are amazing, so if it's ranked low, remember just how much quality is on this list. Now without any further ado, let's hop into the ranking. To start off the list at the number 9 slot, we have the only film I've given a suboptimal rating to, Lara Croft Tomb Raider. While not a terrible film, it definitely doesn't match the overall quality of the others on this list. However, it's undeniably fun and pretty entertaining as far as video game films go. The next film coming up in the ranking will be It Comes at Night. Beautifully shot and patient with its subject matter, this film ends up in the number 8 slot for its extremely effective use of tension and technical expertise to hammer home just a perfect flick for a slow descent into paranoia and madness. The 7th best film is going to be none other than the first film talked about, Memories of Murder, a compelling production of civil commentary and a perfectly balanced sense of humor to help enhance the retelling of this chilling real-life case. Bong Joon-ho masterfully composes each scene to fill the viewer with just the right amount of disgust and intrigue, watered down with some jump kicks to give the viewer some levity as we fall into the madness of this detective thriller. The killing of a sacred deer is going to fill in the number 6 slot on the ranking as this film beautifully retells the story of Iphigenia in a contemporary setting. Off-putting and horrific, this film handles cosmic mayhem and sick curveballs that keep the viewer in a state of helplessness as a debilitating disease wreaks havoc on this family. The Master is the 5th best film in the ranking, and this film is magnificent, one of the few period pieces reviewed in this series. Not once do you feel unimmersed as the costumes and set design perfectly encapsulate this time period in the US, and the writing for the characters of Dot and Freddy leave a lasting impact on the viewer's psyche. The 4th slot on the ranking will go to Good Time, an anxiety attack packaged in a Sprite bottle. This film puts you on edge. From police chases to lie after lie, we see how the Rube Goldberg machine of bad choices damages not just the protagonist, but his family as well. The top 3 is going to be started with The Banshees of Inisherin, probably the film with the lowest stakes out of any of the other ones I've talked about, as this quite literally only follows a friendship breakup, but I think through expertly crafted scenes ranging from the cinematography to the writing, there is a visual and emotional encapsulation of what everyone will experience at least once in their life. Whether it's existential dread or the loss of a good friend, this film really connects with me in a way a lot of films don't. The runner-up for the best film in the Mole Movies catalog will have to be Children of Men. Poignant subject matter, impactful writing, mind-blowing technical work, it checks all the boxes for perfection and really cannot be expressed through words just how good it is. And the number 1 pick and last film I'll be ranking today, Memento. From the moment I watched this film for the first time, something happened in my brain. I don't know if it was a stroke or frontal lobe development, but the entire way this film is presented changed how I thought not just about filmmaking, but storytelling. Masterclass of writing and characters, and easily takes the top slot in the Mole Movies ranking. So, there you have it, the whole first collection of Mole Movie reviews and a final ranking. Each film has its own episode, so if you want more details on a specific film, check out that episode on the KNWT YouTube channel. I've been the host, Josh Oswald, and I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for that pack, Josh. Mole Movies, man, has proven to be one of the greats this season. Next, we'll move into the final installment of Rogues Gallery. Let's swim into this next pack and let Isaac take it away.
Thanks, Corby, and welcome back one final time to another episode of the Rogues Gallery. This episode, we're exploring the depths of the ocean in the movie Jaws. Let's dive right into it for one last time. Today, we're looking at the first entry of a very famous franchise that birthed one of the most iconic monster villains. Jaws follows a gigantic great white shark that wreaks havoc on the fictional Amity Island, while our main character, Martin Brody, tries to kill this underwater beast. The great white, who is given the nickname Bruce by the production team behind the scenes, gets 5 confirmed kills this movie, some being key characters essential to the plot, and some being side characters to show the power that our villain truly has. He does all of this before finally being blown up by Brody in an epic 1v1 in the ocean. What this villain has gotta be the most known for is his incredibly iconic theme. The theme, written by the great composer John Williams, is arguably one of the most notable and greatest themes for any fictional villain character. This theme seems to play the most when Bruce, or Jaws himself, is locked in on his prey and he's in pursuit of an attack. This theme is meant to create tension for the viewers and the characters in the scene as it gets more intense and builds up as our scene plays out. The theme is one of the most memorable of all time and the most iconic, I would say. But it helps to drive fear into our characters and define our villain as an unformidable foe. We were just highlighting it a bit, but my favorite part about this movie is the way it plays with tension and suspense, not just with the characters, but with the viewers watching as well, especially in the beginning of the film, since most scenes are from the POV of the shark or a wide shot angle showing the attack from far away. It helps to show our villain as a uniquely dangerous character who can come and go at any time he pleases, and there's nothing much anybody can do to stop him. Yes, the attack scenes are vicious, but before they happen, it's all calm and still water. Since most attacks don't come with warning and happens with Bruce not even being spotted under the water, it helps drive fear into the viewers' minds. There are several moments in the movie when Bruce, the shark, attacks and jumps out of the water when least expected.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Like I was highlighting a little earlier, the theme plays a major role in its ability to make everybody feel unsafe. It starts out eerie and slow and picks up throughout the scene to make you be put on the edge of your seat. The shark itself only has 4 minutes of screen time out of the 1 hour and 40 minutes in this film. That's less than the amount of confirmed kills he has throughout the entire movie. Only being able to clearly see our character for such a short amount of time in this film creates such an environment that can only drown you in the suspense. Thanks for sticking with me this season and watching the show's villainous breakdowns. Rogues Gallery thanks you, and I hope you enjoyed. Sadly, I won't be seeing you next Friday, but for one final time, goodbye.
Great pack, Isaac. I've always been a big fan of Rogues Gallery, and while it's always fun watching you review all sorts of iconic characters, why don't we move on to my pack where I review, well, myself. Take it away, me. Hello, and welcome back to the final episode of Now Screaming. Yes, you heard that right. It is unfortunately the end of the line for me here. But why don't we use this time to take a look back at all the movies that we covered previously and give everything a final definitive review. Our first movie was Smile from 2022. This got itself a 3, 4, and 5, earning a score of 4 out of 5. Pretty strong start. Next was Knock at the Cabin from 2023 with a 4.33, getting a 3.3 out of 5. No Exit from 2022 saw a less exciting score with a 4.32, getting a 3 out of 5. Things got slightly better and more recent with 2024's Heretic with a 4.33, seeing another 3.3 out of 5. Jumping into my favorite franchise, we covered Scream from 2023, receiving 4.44, with the most even 4 out of 5 movies so far. For Halloween time, we looked at Halloween Kills from 2021, seeing a 3, 5, and 4, which gave us another 4 out of 5. Sadly, 2021's The Black Phone took us down a notch with a 4, 3, and 2, giving us another 3 out of 5. And switching up the medium, we covered Mouthwashing from 2024, which kinda counts as a movie, right? Anyways, it got a 5, 4, and 3, receiving a 4 out of 5. Then to close things off, we looked at Late Night with the Devil from 2023 with a 4.43, ending us off with the only 3.7 out of 5. Now we got time, why not give some awards to the following movies? The Best Plot Award goes to Mouthwashing for its short, simple, and disturbing roller coaster of a story. Best Gore goes to Halloween Kills. This movie blew me away with how brutal Michael Myers was to his poor victims. For Best Scares is Smile. This movie was the first to utterly freak me out on my first viewing, which is what good horror movies are all about. The bonus award for Most Consistent goes to Scream 6 for being the only movie with all 4s. And why not? Let's throw in a Guilty Pleasure award for The Black Phone, since it didn't perform the best on my scale, but it's still a personal favorite movie of mine. And looks like that's a wrap. I personally love all of the horror movies I covered on this series, and if you took the time to check out even a single one that I reviewed, well, that would make my day. My whole purpose here is to spread the good word of all the best horror movies currently being made right now. I hope you had fun looking at the good and bad of all these crazy movies. And one final time, that's all for this episode of Now Screaming. Thank you for watching. After all those packs, it makes me really sad that this is the end. But I guess we don't have to be too sad about it. I mean, we had some fun moments that I will always remember going into the future. If you guys enjoyed and want to see more from us, then leave a like, comment what you liked, subscribe to us, and hit that notification bell to never miss an upload. For the final send-off, I've been your host, Corby Raridan, and this has been Nerd Central. Stay nerdy!